Yo, what's up everyone? Bofa back, another video. Today's video features Jandis. Jandis, specifically token Jandis in this meta, is one of the pieces that, if you frequent the stream, it's one of our favorite strategies. One of many very consistent first place type strategies where you can get multiple early triples to line up what are consistent ways of getting first place. Today's video shows a single tribe Jandis, or single token tribe Jandis, but we do high roll and find ourselves a token early. Wind up with an early triple into Nomi, and oh man, if you're around this stream, you know how I feel about Nomi. Nomi is way too slow for this meta. Stats don't matter unless you reach a critical mass of stats. Well, Jandis plus Nomi is disgusting, because you can always swap back any of the elementals that at least give you one more elemental turn, if not generate an elemental in the process. Wow. Turns out Nomi scales pretty well when you're Jandis, especially, if you can find double Nomi or something like that, then you have a first place strategy in front of you. Token Jandis plus Nomi equals big stats. All right, enjoy. It's a single token Jandis, but it is Murloc's. Elemental lobby has got to be way better than the rest, but apparently Sindragosa rates pretty well here. I'm gonna pass and take the Jandis. Yeah, it feels bad to go for max power and still lose. What's funny is, if we didn't go for max power, we would have been like, oh my god, we threw the game. We still lose. We still lost going for max power. It's the right read. That late in the game, keeping a 4-4 on the board when we're, what was that, turn 13? That's too much greed. Dude, this guy's in like every one of our games. This guy. No token start. We can play the anomaly into swap. Alternatively, we just play the anomaly, hold the play, and then yeah, this is what we do. We just swap on the next board if we see something good, or we just hold this. The problem is, Micro Mummy trades the exact same on early boards as Refreshing Anomaly, right? So there's no reason we want one over the other, unless we're going to keep it forever, which we're not. The 1/1 Divine Shield loses to Refreshing Anomaly, and it loses to Micro Mummy, and it loses to a lot of things that we lose hit points for, right? So we're not going to swap. We'll just keep the Refreshing Anomaly. One elemental means we tie. Always. We lose if we swap there. We lose if we swap there. We tie here. We could roll and then, swap on a random 2-star board. Seems like a waste, right? Especially if we could get a token next turn. Be fucking great. We have 2 rolls for it. It may be valuable enough that if the first board does not include a Tide Hunter, we should consider rolling. The first board had a Tide Hunter. I'm not considering rolling. I mean, probably the best that could have gone. Do we take a turn 4 and a turn 6? Triple? It's a little sketchy because of your board state. Because you have to float a 1/1 on the board for 1 turn, right? Which isn't that bad, don't get me wrong. A little sketchy. Not big sketchy. Little sketchy. We're trying to find the way right there to take 5 damage instead of 4. Alright, we probably take a 3-star this turn. Then we strengthen our board. This is really, like, this is the only thing on here that's any good. Alternatively, if we find a second Tide Hunter, or Tide Hunter, we could take the triple next turn. If we buy it this turn. No, it's not, I mean, if we buy anything from this board, it doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna roll for the next one. We're gonna look at our 3-star, and then we're gonna buy off this board. It's a debate between a pair. I should switch those two. Like that pair to buy, or and like the Deflectobot, or buy the elemental in the the elemental line. My God. This is so good. Fine. I think we pull it and we don't. Okay, this is gonna be tough, actually. All right, so if we were going to take a 5-star next turn, we need 7 mana. We need to buy the Tide Hunter twice, right? Buy, swap, buy. Which means we need 13 mana, which means we need to sell 5 things off this board, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever we swap into. So we could sell, 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 sell. Way too greedy, right? Way too greedy. You're not a fan of the 2/4 dragons? In that specific scenario, or as a card? I think they're very strong cards. They 2-for-1 in the early game so often. But in that specific scenario, I wasn't a big fan of them. So that I can get on board with. Taking the 5-star this turn is just so greedy. Maybe it's what the meta calls for. All right. I want this one. Screw you. Hey, we got lucky. So this is the weakest thing? Or this is the weakest thing? You mean you like the art? You just think it's a bad card? Dude, it's like a 4/4 on all of those early turns. Like, that's absurdly strong. Alright, this is the weakest thing, by like a long shot. We're pretty strong. We can probably do this. Just hand him a scout. Yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing with you. What's up, Grenader? I just happen to think it's a very, very strong card. Oh, come on. It was a value trade into the egg. That's all it was. No reason to be contentious about whether or not you think a card's good. Or no reason for me to be contentious is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Kermit, you're a piece of shit, and oh, it's good stuff. All right, so we have to sell 4 or 3 things off the board, right? So this is gone always. This is gone always. This gets played. We can sell the Tide Hunter, and then we have to sell 1 more, which is, in this scenario, the bomb, most likely. We're not going to go for another swap after this point. These are all kind of garbage. But this is like, you know, good enough for the turn. Where we're going to take this. We're going to take this. We're going to roll. Sell in here. It'd be nice if we got a board that actually had something I wanted on it. This is good. 1, 2, 3, swap this. Unfortunately, we're a turn behind, or a little bit behind to be able to do that. I should have done that. I was thinking for some reason I'm swapping and oh, I am. Never mind. What am I saying? I'm always playing this again. That's why I was thinking doing it. Jesus Christ, me. Taking so much time to make decisions when that was just really basic. I got lost in my words. I'm always playing the Arcane Assistant twice. That's why I was rolling again to see if I could find something to pull into this board that was actually valuable. We could have rolled again before we did it, though. I got lost in my thought process. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't execute well. That's what I'm saying. Triple Madness. This game is interesting. It's Jandis in a nutshell, man. Jandis is the queen of getting triples. Alright, we can take a 6-star. Alternatively, we could play all of this into the board. Because Nomi's really strong. Kind of like that. See, this Tavern Tempest staying on our board is very good if we hit a Nomi. Or a Bran. Like, yeah, guys, that's a Nomi again. I get it. I get it. I know, you're like, oh my god, you can't play Nomi. Don't play Nomi, dude. You realize what hero we are? Do you realize what hero we are? Like, holy shit, if this isn't a Nomi game, I don't know which one is. Because I'm just gonna swap fucking Tavern Tempests for days and get Nomi buffs. I fucking love this. Dude, we have failed with Nomi all day. And previously, I would have said Nomi is suicide. In this meta, I feel like Nomi's better. And that being said, I'm losing with Nomi today. Like, what's going on? Probably lead with this, right? Like, there's no real reason otherwise. I'd really like to go to 5. You know, Tavern Tempest generating some better elementals. Like, nothing. Tavern Tempest. Dude, what happens every time we greed? It's like we get countered by tempo, and every time we tempo, people greed on us. It's just kind of like rock, paper, scissors today, and we're failing miserably at guessing which one to play. That is like the easiest way to describe how this day has gone, is that we are failing at rock, paper, scissors. That's all. Would you take Bran on this board for Tempest? For sure. An extra elemental a turn? I mean, if we were healthy. I don't know if we can afford that much. Alright, there's nothing here that I really want to swap into. I'm not going to 5. Like, I just can't anymore. There's nothing here we want to swap into. So we could take, like, Stasis and upgrade it. Like, we don't have that many buffs to worry about, right? So we're not going to do that. Oh my god. So we have the extra roll, remember. So like, we can do this, we can roll, we can sell the Stasis. We can play the Tempest. Hit our triple, apparently. That wasn't what I was intending to do. But like... just don't die. Just one fucking time, don't die. Like, damn. Oh. Dude, Tim Hawk, we started that one game at 28 on turn 5 with a Nomi as my Ev, remember? And got murdered and got 8th. 28 hit points. My Ev, turn 5. And we didn't even take damage the turn we got Nomi. We just got murdered on the later turns because everyone was like, oh, suddenly tempo. Maybe it's Maybelline. Alright. High roll 150-50, please. Just once. Just once. One time. We took the 50-50. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Game? Yo, these aren't elementals. None of these are elementals. Alright, that's an elemental. We don't have pirates on the board. I maybe should consider swapping up front. It's very hard to do in a reasonable way. We need these stats on the board, which is sad because we're just going to have to float this. He says, but he got a stasis. All right, this is gone then, right? For sure. Very much weaker if you don't roll elementals. Weird how that works, huh? Like, we only played 3 elementals this turn, and 2 of them are naturally available with Jandis. We had 10 mana, and we played... No, we played 4, didn't we? Because of what came off of the stasis. We only found 1 in a shop. That was pretty weak. Alright. We're still on par with people. Terrible hits. Like abysmal hits. Whatever. We'll take another 40%er to put ourselves on death's door. Ghost. Oh, it's a ghost. Oh, we got things. I'm gonna play this first. I should have rolled once first, right? Yeah, I regret that. How do I want to play this out? Just like take this and sit still? Or do I feel like I'm too greedy? Kind of feel like it's too greedy. It's a ghost that just died, and we're not invincible by any means. We probably are pretty much invincible doing this. And we can bank the 1 gold for next turn. Knock, knock, knocking on Nomi's door. Yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on Nomi's door. Knock, knock, knocking, and we're dead. Who murdered him? Rafam? 5 triples into dragons? So that's like a full dragon comp? It's not good. Yeah, this guy's tempo-wise pretty decent. Please, game. Don't do me dirty. So on a 9-16 spread with a 98.5% win rate, we did 7 damage. At what point are you selling the 1412? Maybe not anytime soon, because the Nomis are very likely going. We saw him 3 turns ago. He was tiny. Okay. Alright. So I'm out of this one, right? For sure. I'd love to keep it. Which is hilarious because you just asked me that question. But like, I don't see another option on keeping it. Alright, so this, now one of the Nomis is gone now. Or maybe not. Maybe we can greed this because we know this guy is an Arana elemental. He really doesn't have a way to scale. These stats are just gonna murder him. My god. Alright, I'm greeting. I'm greeting. This is a Nomi, or sorry, a Arana elemental. Like, this should be enough to get by. I was correct, agreed. I mean, I don't love the way that traded, not gonna lie, but like, good enough. We still lethal him. This guy this guy hits him, right? Yeah. So it's a question of, do we get death or the other guy first? It is the other guy. Dodge death for one more turn. Don't say it. Don't say it. I saw what I did. I saw what I did. Also think we swapped this guy now, right? Are any of these things fucking elementals? Like, what the hell just happened? I want to play another fucking elemental, dude. I would have sold a Nomi if there was one other damn elemental on any one of those boards. That was a 20/20 buff to this guy to swap him back to that board. Like, that is nuts. I would have sold my Nomi. The first elemental we saw. We swapped 7, or looked at 7 boards on 4. Not a single elemental. Alright, these guys up front. We just need to win this round. Actually insane. 7 boards. Yeah. Typical greedy Nomi player. Yo. Don't do that to me. Yo. We almost got scammed. Now we get this guy? Yep. Mm-hmm. You swap this back first. Unfortunately, we can't swap this thing. I'd love to. It's gold, though. This is a pretty much a guaranteed Nadina comp, right? So, like, try to murder stuff with Divine Shield or the overkills up front. So how has been Among Us? I couldn't watch you or Larry because of crap internet. Well, good news, Grenader, is that the scaling is back. So you can downscale this stream, which is nice. Or down throttle, or... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. We got him. We scammed him. I thought we were going to lose, actually. I'll take that back. Among Us was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. Especially once I got a handle on the game. Like, the later the games went. It's a dude that keeps stalking me, man. A Braxton, or whatever his name is. Alright, we're gonna take this one. I wanted a triple. Hey, tier up, big value. Yeah, I'm okay not doing it, honestly. Like, what am I gonna get? All it does is dilute the pool to find my elementals that I'm looking for. A little late, game. A little late. This is the thing that's been on the board longest, right? A little annoying that I did it in that order. I could have had a couple more stats. If I would have done it in the right order, I should have leveled up. I don't want those elementals. I want these triples. Dude, that thing's large. How did it get so big so suddenly? Crazy. Don't do this to me. Don't do it. That was gonna be funny. Alright, we got there. We gotta win, guys. It's been a very average day. Easy Nomi win. It wins every time, guys. I don't know why anybody's doubting Nomi. That's actually a lot of points. Like, we've gotten 80s, like low 80s, for firsts in the last week. So that looks like, you know, good points. To be fair, we're 12-6 instead of 13 where we were there. Yeah, I mean, it works every time. Definitely force Nomi. Jandis plus double Nomi, and we barely got there. We barely got there.